The 2K Sports Pregame Show, sponsored by Kia.
Greetings and welcome to 2K Sports. I rarely say greetings, but I just did. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, alongside Kenny and Shaq. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Detroit Pistons at their home, the Palace of Auburn Hills. And guys, for the Pistons, it's an interesting matchup for them, facing another middle-of-the-pack team. They have to feel that playing on their home court, this is a game they should win. One player to watch in this one is C.J. McCollum, coming off a year where he won the Most Improved Player award, Kenny. What was the big change in his game?
Well, the big change is the first time he's got an opportunity to play for consistent minutes. You know, I thought he always had ability, just didn't get the opportunity. The injuries held him back early in his career. But his shooting percentages have been very solid since he came into the league, Ernie.
What do you think, Shaq?
Ernie, a couple years ago, you would have said McCollum. I would have asked you who he played for. But now he's just playing with more confidence. Plus, Ernie, when you can shoot like him, confidence is what takes your game to the next level.
Time to get to Kevin Harlan as he gets ready to call this one. Here comes the opening tip.
Take it to him. You guys ready? Take it to him. Let's go. This is what we've been waiting for. Do it. Let's roll. Ride up now. Woo-hoo. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. Get ready. Get ready. Win. Let's do it.
It's Detroit Pistons NBA action. We're in the Motor City, where the Pistons are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. The road trip for the Blazers ends here as they leave for Portland right after the game. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
Yeah, and remember, this is the second and final time these teams will see one another. So they're going to want to ensure things turn out a bit differently this time around. I expect them to be as aggressive as we've seen all season.
And maybe just more than wins and losses at stake. It could be pride. They'll be using everything in their arsenal to try and avoid the season sweep.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Lillard and McCollum, the explosive backcourt pair. Harkless is out there with Van, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, down low. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you look back on the Pistons, and whenever that group has had success as a franchise, it's always driven by a team-oriented concept. I mean, yeah, they've had stars, Isaiah Thomas, Chauncey Billups, but at the heart of all their title runs was a group of 5 guys that just played for each other.
Free throw good, Lure. And thinking about the Pistons and their history of winning with pure team basketball, Greg, you can see that this is what this group is always striving for.
And Kevin, this group right now reminds you a little bit of those Pistons teams of the past. I mean, they're founded on defense. They got that tough mentality in the paint. You've got to be excited about this roster they've assembled here in Detroit.
And with this much of the season in the books, you get the sense teams, Brent, are starting to view areas they need to address.
Yeah, this is always interesting, Kevin. If it's before the trade deadline, you may start looking around the league for players that might come in and get you poised for a playoff run by making a shift in your personnel.
Now here's Jackson. 17 points in his last outing. He dishes it to Morris. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Hey, paid attention in arts and crafts school right there. Didn't have to work very hard at all for that one.
Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
So much talk about the game slowing down for the game's best players. Lillard composes himself, scans the court, and delivers the strike.
Now here's Jackson. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Could be. D willing to give that one up, and that mid-range jumper is his favorite.
Here's Nurkic after the made shot from Andre Drummond. Count it. Good. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, it's hard to hold Nurkic up. As soon as he gets that deep inside, he is more than capable of knocking down shots consistently.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Drummond. They set the screen. Here's Caldwell Pope. The three-pointer, no good. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Over in the corner, Harkless. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. 6 to shoot. That's a 2 from Lillard. And the shot is long. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Raptors.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Loved the reaction from the crowd early, and defensively, they didn't do anything to get them out of it. They kept giving up open looks, the shots they kept dropping, and the place only got louder and louder.
And it's Drummond missing.
Well, the defense ready for him there in prevent mode, making sure that he didn't get a clean look at that layup.
Portland again missing. Pistons have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Stan Van Gundy for a minute. He said if they want to go up 2-0 in the season series tonight, they have to be just as sharp as they were the first meeting. He said we can't get sloppy and expect to win. We have to be careful with our shots and take care of the ball. We'll see if they can execute just as well this second time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. We'll get to see early on here how coaches' focus on their shot selection comes to fruition, guys.
And if they heed their coach's words and really commit to finding the best shot possible each time down, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, this has to come down to this team's discipline. You can draw up whatever you want, but the guys have to be willing out there to execute what's on the board.
Here's Morris, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Morris outside, back to Jackson. To end the drought. And the shot no good, a bit short. Portland leading. Here's McCollum. 17 points for him last game against Toronto. He's all alone. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Caldwell Pope's got his first 2 points of the night. Trailblazers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's Nurkic. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Great concentration on display from Nurkic to get the foul and still come away with the made field goal. And you see Nurkic out there, as skilled as he is, still the thing that baffles you is his size. A legit 7-footer. He weighs 280, depending on what he had for dinner. But he's got great skill, and they're still exploring it in Denver.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Boston.
He also had 2 blocks that really impacted that game, guys. He really made his presence known.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Fearless, despite the size mismatch, took it right to him.
And it's sent back by Drummond. The dish now to Lure. To the paint. Nurkic with the block.
Is this basketball or volleyball? Nurkic with the spike. He just doesn't seem to be himself shooting the ball right now, guys. Just looks a tad bit uneasy, and that's affecting the result.
The Pistons trailing. Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Inside. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. You talk to anybody around the league about Kentavious Caldwell Pope, and they'll talk about his defense. Just an absolute monster, Greg. how he can lock up a perimeter player.
And it's a rarity for a player so young to be so good defensively. He's got quick feet and is aggressive at pressuring the ball. Only 6'5", but has the wingspan of a condor and really makes it hard to get around.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Portland. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And with the departure of LaMarcus Aldridge, the Blazers have handed the keys to the franchise over to one Damian Lillard. They've remade their roster with some young talent to complement what it is that he's about as his career moves on.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Screen by Nurkic. The shot by Lillard wide open.
Timeout, timeout.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got his first 3 points of the game. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. And you look at the free agent acquisitions for the Blazers, a lot of what they call second draft guys, Brent.
Well, a lot of those guys really just needing opportunities, and you have to credit their general manager to watch and scout and see how the fit would be with what Lillard and McCollum are doing on the perimeter. They've done a nice job.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Lure. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Davis is checked in for Nurkic, and it's Myers Leonard in for Noah Vonleh. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Morris with the screen for Jackson. Dishes to Drummond. It's stolen by Davis. McCollum against Caldwell Pope. And it's in there.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Jackson with it. Caldwell Pope outside. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Ill-advised shot there.
And he knows it. Got locked into scoring mode. Couldn't pull it back.
Here's McCollum. That shot off. Now the Pistons take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yeah, they left a lot there at the free throw line. A few guys fell out of rhythm early on and never got their feel back.
With the putback, it's rebounded by Leonard.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
McCollum with the ball, guarded now by Jackson. McCollum passes to Davis, and stolen by Drummond. Here's Jackson. Drops in the layup for 2. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Raptors in Toronto.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
The pass to McCollum. Aminu dishes to McCollum. And Aminu kicks to Leonard. Here's Lillard. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Lillard's got 5.
He won't hesitate to square up from just about anywhere. Lillard drains the jumper even with the hand in his face.
Drummond with a screen on Lillard. Here's Jackson. Passes it to Drummond. Hard to believe that a player as talented as Drummond slipped to number 9 in the draft, but that's what happened to him. You knew the potential was there, and you know what? He's lived up to what he can do.
Yeah, and I remember the fears were he was just too raw coming into the NBA. Always had an NBA-ready body, and he is physically imposing at times. But credit him for working hard to play to his strengths. It's why he's developed into a star.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look here for Detroit. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Morris. Darren Hilliard comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Smith's subbed in for Jackson. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Crab's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. And team chemistry is so interesting to look at, Brent. You see some teams like the Warriors, players accept lesser roles. Andre Iguodala stands out, a Finals MVP 2 years ago. But in other teams, it's a problem. What creates, in your mind, that difference?
I think you have to understand who you are first and foremost. I know Greg Popovich all the time talks about guys checking their ego at the door and understanding how important it is for you to accept your role. And the quicker you do it, Kevin, the more you can accomplish in the season. Played many years in the NBA where a lot of guys did not understand what the coach was asking them to do until after the All-Star break. And after they accepted the role, the team would have this great run of wins.
Wonderful run.
But too late. If it was 2 months sooner, it would have been teams that would have participated in the postseason.
Coaches, GMs, they love the skill, but they also like the mind that goes with it and the framework with which they're going to play on that team.
It speaks to guys having maturity, Kevin, and that's sometimes hard to come by with how young the league is.
Now here's Crab. Following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Aminu with a screen on Harris. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Smith.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
And there's the feed to Drummond. Harris outside. Screen by Smith. Back to Drummond. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, his confidence really nowhere to be found right now, and he's lost all rhythm in that jumper.
Crab, no good. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Smith outside. To the middle. Here's Baines. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
And one thing the Pistons have been doing in recent times is honoring the members of the 2004 championship team. Retired several numbers, and rightly so. You know, Gray, that team was special.
And that 2004 had a great cast of characters, many of whom found a rebirth with the Pistons. That team helped continue the us against the world feeling that the franchise had in the Bad Boys era. Hard to express just how much that team meant to the city of Detroit.
Now here's Drummond. Following the miss by C.J. McCollum. 5 on the clock, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Yeah, looking here at some numbers for Smith. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 9 points per game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
Get there, get there.
Crab kicks to McCollum. Davis sets a screen. Leonard with a screen on Smith. McCollum. And the layup is good. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he knows how to get the shot off at any time on that pick and roll. Natural instincts taking over, and the experience helping McCollum as well.
Now here's Drummond. 17 points for him last game against Boston. The Pistons working the ball around now, and he uses the glass on the layup. Drummond's got his second basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Crabbe kicks to Davis. And for a long time, the word on Ed Davis was that he had a center's game and a power forward's body. Brent, as he's added muscle, he's a pretty good fit in the middle.
Well, he can block shots and he can get some steals, and he's really upped his rebounding over the last few seasons. He gets it done on both ends, Kevin, and if you look at the numbers, he's one of the more effective centers in the league. Well, Ed Davis had a father who played in the NBA for 10 years. That does not mean that he did not work hard to get to this position. Bounced around early on in his career and buried in Memphis despite putting up good numbers when he had the chance. Nice to see him flourish in Portland.
And both free throws good for Davis.
And the 13th pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Davis has already been with a number of teams in his young career.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Smith sets the pick for Drummond. Here's Harris. Off target from outside. McCollum outside. Down low. Grab the pass to Aminu. And here's McCollum for three. That's in there. Davis with the assist. That's 10 points for C.J. McCollum. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Portland out in front, up 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel. I kind of just embraced it, for my entire life. Just, you wouldn't know if something was going on in my life or not, because as long as I'm taking care of business and doing what I need to be doing, that's all that matters.
I would say we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of business.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Man, you get into that kind of zone, that's the feeling where you're invincible and it gets fun.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland, Damian Lillard out there with Alan Crabbe. Then there's Davis. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Aminu in at the 4.
And Al-Farouq Aminu definitely a fit with this Blazer team as they move towards the younger players. He is just 26 years of age. He is a high-energy glue guy and has proven his worth at that position.
And you look at Aminu, he brings some versatility. He can play the 3, but he also can step over to the 4 spot if needed.
Oh, yeah, he can rebound and block shots like a power forward at times, and he can defend inside and on the perimeter. What a switchblade for their coaching staff.
And both free throws good for Davis. It seems that offenses in the NBA are evolving so quickly now, Brent, so much less isolation, more spreading it out.
In fact, there's a new offense that just was created while you said that to me, Kevin.
Really, was there?
Yeah. With the way we have these players coming into the NBA that are so skilled, no matter what their size is, coaches are looking at them and licking their chops and saying, you know what, I can do some dynamic things out here that maybe opposing coaches have not seen. And if I know what I'm doing and they don't know what we're going to throw at them, advantage to us.
Best coaching sometime adapting what you've got and the way the game is evolving and maybe changing and tweaking your coaching style just a bit.
And the best coaches in the league, Kevin, end up every year after they amass a new set of talent is to put those guys in the best position possible to succeed.
Now here is Harris after Mo Harkless's miss. Lure dishes to Baines. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the Blazers going a bit younger, kind of revamping on the fly. Brent, do you like what they've done?
I really like what they've done, Kevin. And to me, Terry Stotts deserves a lot more credit for sticking with what he established offensively, even with one of the franchise's best players in LaMarcus Aldridge leaving. And the incredible three-point shooting they lost with Wesley Matthews. Terry Stotts stuck to the same offensive system, and I think they've reaped the benefits with Lillard and McCollum.
Both good from the line that time. And Blazers coach Terry Stotts doing a great job. Brent, his team has overachieved in recent seasons.
I'm not sure if it's overachieved because they've had some tremendous talent. But the interesting part about Terry Stotts is try to find him taking some of the credit for what's gone on there, and you just won't. He's just giving guys great opportunities. He's given those guys defined roles, and each one has stepped up for him.
The Trailblazers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. First free throw is good. Detroit making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Vonleh's checked in for the Trailblazers. And both free throws good for Davis.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Harris outside. Back to Smith. Morris outside. He kicks to Lure. The 8-footer. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, he makes the big bucks because he's expected to knock those shots down. The D was there, but that's no excuse. He has to hit those shots. Well, he has a great ability to lead his man with the pass, puts him in great position to score.
Lillard against Smith. Kicks to Morris. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Davis with a screen on Morris. Harkless kicks to Davis. Second chance shot, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Shot from the wing. Here's Lure. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Lillard with it, picked up by Harris. Launches a 3. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Now here is Smith. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Lure can't hit. The Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Morris kicks to Lure. Drops in the layup for 2. Lure's got 6.
Sometimes it's worth it to find a sliver. Excellent pass there.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Davis, the pass to Lillard. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Pistons have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Smith kicks to Caldwell Pope. Six on the shot clock. He feeds it to Morris from 11 feet away, and he gets the jumper to drop. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
And just solid play out of them that time.
Davis sets a screen. Lillard dishes to Cram. Pass to Davis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. As the NBA, Brent, becomes more and more of a skill game where versatility is so valuable, you certainly fit that description as a player. Do you like the way the game is going in that regard?
I do like it, Kevin, and I'll return a question to you and ask you if you think that The skills of the players are just more honed than they were maybe 25, 30 years ago because of their availability to these specialized coaches. This was not the way it was for that generation of players.
Excellent point, but have the rules even enhanced it more that players can show more of their skills now?
Yeah, there's no question about it that the league has tended to go towards being able to allow guys freedom of movement, off-ball movement. The flow of the game is much better. The three-point shot, as we've talked about at length, has opened up the floor, and you get to see the grace and athleticism of some of the game's best.
Here's Morris. After the basket by Noah Vonleh. Morris right side. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
Yeah, he sat in that mid-range area, which can be a no-man's land defensively, but he quickly moved over to contest.
Lillard with it, guarded now by Jackson, and Davis gets it to go.
We might be in for a career night here, guys. He was solid in the first quarter. He's been even better here in the second.
Jackson kicks to Morris. Feeds it to Harris. On the wing, Jackson, covered by Lillard. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Here we get a moment now to view the league's stingiest defenses. Fifth on the list, the Pistons.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Trailblazers leading by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, as you know, things could have turned out a lot differently for Stan Van Gundy. He was the favorite for the coaching vacancy in Golden State in 2014, but in the end, the Pistons owner gave him the chance to coach and run the front office. And that led him to Detroit. Well, the Warriors went on to win the title that season, but Van Gundy insists I had to do it over again. This is exactly where I'd want to be. And Kevin, he can build this team exactly as he wants.
Thanks, D.A., and after some tough exits in Miami and Orlando, this time he holds the cards.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Also a good decision from the coach to settle your guys down, get into something new, and everybody on the same page.
Darren Hilliard's checked in for Detroit. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Nurkic is checked in. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here is Lillard. 10 points for him. Nurkic a screen on Jackson. Three-pointer Lillard. And it's Lure with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Harris. Misses off the right iron.
I have no clue what happened with the defense there, but they should be thanking their lucky stars that somehow he bricked that golden opportunity.
Now, here's Lillard. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And, Brent, one thing you have to like about Jusuf Nurkic is that he plays with some edge to his game. I remember a moment where he scored on a defender, felt they tried to flop, and then handed the ball to them as they laid on the ground.
I love the confidence that he shows. He's a space eater, and he clogs up the lane, and then sometimes he just shows you he's got deft touch and soft hands, so some untapped potential. as he gets better.
And the Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Leonard comes in for Noah Vonleh, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. So we can't get either to fall. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Hilliard. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Jackson. Soft touch off the glass.
Beautiful setup. Put that pass right where it needed to be.
Portland's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Grab the pass to Nurkic. Back to Crabbe. And it's sent back by Morris. Now Jackson. 10 points for him. Pass to Hilliard. Drummond a screen. A baseline J. It's not going to go for him. Now Portland takes it the other way. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Oh, had his head on a swivel and found the open man. Nice assist.
Here's Jackson. Portland making their last shot. He dishes it to Drummond, and the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Morris. And Portland with a change here, too. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. Here's Jackson, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Aminu. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Hilliard. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And when you think of the Blazers' history, Brent, this is a team with a somewhat star-crossed history when it comes to injuries.
Yeah, I remember in the early part of the 2000s, Kevin, how the Portland Trailblazers were the most feared team. There were championship aspirations at that time. But it's been 10 years now, and maybe some of that bad luck that's always surrounded Portland has worn off.
Now, here's Aminu. He's coming off a 13-point game against Toronto.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
They could retake the lead after trailing for a while.
Nice work to hang around and just give yourself a chance. Put yourself in position.
That gives them the lead. And it's 8 points for Drummond.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
McCollum with the ball. He's got 10. Screen by Nurkic. Here's Aminu. Portland again missing.
Yeah, unfortunate there, guys. Just a poorly set screen, and he didn't want to sacrifice his body to spring open his teammate.
Drummond a screen. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, I tell you what, it didn't take long for everyone to recognize that Andre Drummond was going to be a dominant rebounder in this league. He just inhales everything within his reach out on the floor. And then he's got that great blend of length and strength to get after every miss. Incredible feet and hands to go along with that. And this is a guy that just has superstar written all over him.
And it's hard to stop talking about Drummond. The rebounding, of course, helps him get the easy points. When it comes on the offensive end of the court, Greg, a terrific offensive rebounder.
It's almost like a feedback loop with him. I mean, you get an offensive board, he gets an easy score. He starts getting on a roll, and then the next thing you know, he's blowing up for a 20-20 game.
Yeah, it's tough. His shot's been off today. Luckily, his team still has the edge in the game so far.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 12. Harris outside. Back to Drummond. Shoots. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
The two things I love about C.J. McCollum is his size and his pace of play. A great shooter with good range. He can handle the ball, so at times when you want Lillard off the ball, C.J. McCollum becomes your point guard. And I'll tell you what, at 6'4", he never plays panicked, whether he's at the 1 or the 2.
That one is off. And when you talk, Brent, about McCollum's 6'4" stature, the questions seem to arise for him at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I don't know if he's undersized at 6'4" for a shooting guard, but he is a bit of a tweener and has that slight frame. But he has shown, as much as he brings to the table offensively, he can use that acumen on defense and improve on that end of the floor.
And he sinks the second. 1:56 left to play here in the second quarter. Leonard with a screen on Jackson. The three from McCollum. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first two shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Here's Hilliard. The dish to Jackson. Detroit, no good that time either. Portland trailing here. Now, here's Aminu. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Screen by Nurkic. Aminu against Harris. 4 on the shot clock. And that one drops for him. Leonard's got it all tied up now for Portland.
And still trying to polish this side of his game up. Leonard looking very comfortable on that move.
Harris outside. Dishes it to Baines. Hilliard kicks to Baines. Pistons passing it around. Hilliard passes to Harris. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. McCollum outside. 30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Pistons. Drummond's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And here's Jackson. 12 points for him. From deep.
The aggressiveness from McCollum there was nice. Not known as a big-time defender, but anticipating where he needed to be, and that affected the shot.
Tie game in Detroit. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here was Stan Van Gundy. Coach, you trailed early on, but what changed to get your guys into a rhythm?
You know, we just kept fighting. I don't know what changed. We just started playing. Our guys will keep playing. I know that.
Thanks for your time, Stan. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here once again, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Reggie Jackson is having one of those nights. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. Taking a look at the Pistons, Shaq, what did you think?
The thing I like was how they were making a conscious effort to work the ball inside. They should do the same in the second half. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Whether running the offense through the post, driving it, doesn't matter. Get to the rim, and the rest will take care of itself.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
That, sadly, wraps up the halftime show.
No.
The third quarter set to begin in just a few. We'll see you right here, though, after the game, so you have that to look forward to.
Kenny had so much more to say.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Reggie Jackson has been sensational.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
Well, none of the defenders can stay with him in one-on-one situations. Even the team defense breaks down if he's in attack mode.
And for the Pistons, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. Jackson and KCP are in the backcourt together. John Lure's out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Morris in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Drummond, the pass to Lure. Hits the close-range jumper. Lure's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Pistons. The Trailblazers shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Jackson. Goes up to the stripe. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Harkless dishes to McCollum. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. Good D by Drummond.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
That's really one of his specialties, altering shots in close.
Jackson with it. Guarded now by Harkless. Out to Morris. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. McCollum right side. And it's sent back by Drummond. And they get it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Here's Harkless. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 from McCollum.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts. And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Man, his shot on target, guys. They have the lead right now, primarily because of his effort.
Screen by Nurkic, and Lillard kicks to Harkless. Here's Nurkic, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Detroit. He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. Free throw good, Nurkic. And the Pistons making a change here. Smith has checked in. And both free throws good for Nurkic. Pistons leading by 4. Smith outside. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Caldwell Pope passes to Smith. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, people forget Festus Ezeli was also a first-round pick of the Warriors a few years ago, but he was an academic prodigy growing up. He skipped kindergarten and the 5th and 6th grades. He had plans of becoming a doctor, but when he started playing basketball, he found himself behind the curve. He said, here I am as a 15-year-old kid, and I can't shoot a layup. But guys, he's brought that same work ethic from the classroom to the hardwood. He's improved year after year.
He is a presence, D.A. Thanks. The Trailblazers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
That one is no good.
And the free throw line has not been kind to him tonight, and that's a running theme. It's something he's got to work on.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's McCollum. He's got 10. Harkless with the screen for McCollum. Pass to Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. Lets the three fly. Smith with the defensive effort. And it's Detroit's ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Caldwell Pope outside. Down low, Harkless with the steal. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. Took him no time at all on that one. McCollum's got 12 points in the game.
Wow, he really stopped short on that one. The poise, the body control of McCollum, especially evident there when he pulls up.
There's the feed to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Kicks to McCollum. He feeds it to Nurkic. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Smith against Lillard. Morris with the screen for Smith. Floats one, and it's denied. Now Lillard. He kicks it to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Score of the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Well, more and more Lillard's about running this team, taking shots within the flow of the offense, and then he puts up an insane number of points.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. 9 points in the game so far, and that one good.
Yeah, you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Here's Nurkic. They get the rebound. There's the screen. Harkless dishes to McCollum. Misses the three.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Drummond a screen. Smith kicks to Drummond. Shot clock at 6. Smith outside. Up again, and Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 4 points this quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Yeah, maybe these matchups aren't the best for his defense. I'm sure he's taking a long look right now at the bench to find some answers.
A different look now for Portland. Davis comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Aminu in for Noah Vonleh. Here's Harkless, and the shot falls short this time.
You know, if you're going to go set a pick, you really have to be committed to it. He simply did not do a good enough job to get his teammate open.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Well, folks, tonight a great rebounding game we're watching in progress. And now, with that in mind, let's take a look at the all-time record for rebounds in a single game. How about Wilt Chamberlain with 55 rebounds back on November 24th, 1960.
And guys, that's one of those records that always seemed to me impossible to break. I mean, in the modern era, nobody's even sniffed that 55 rebound mark. I mean, heck, a lot of teams don't get 55 rebounds in a game, and Wilt's owned it since 1960.
And for a guy who isn't a great jump shooter, Aminu has been very solid at the line, really, for most of his career.
And you look at Al-Farouq Aminu, Brent, top 10 defender at small forward. He's got ideal size and reach for that position.
Well, it starts with a defensive mentality, and that's something hard to coach guys up with. He studied film of greats like Scottie Pippen and perimeter defenders like Bruce Bowen, and learning some of those tricks. And as good as he is on the ball, he can be sometimes even better off the ball, reading passing lanes and coming up with steals.
He hits both from the stripe. Pistons leading by 8. Smith outside, pass to Morris. Five to shoot. It's deflected. It's stolen by Davis. McCollum outside. Aminu, the pass to McCollum. Portland, no good that time either.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Drummond the screen. Smith kicks to Drummond. Feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Smith against Lillard. Fade away. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons.
And how does he get that one to go? No idea.
Davis with a screen on Smith. Lillard from outside.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Trailblazers trail by 10. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Leans inside, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, if there's a Rubik's Cube of scoring in the league, Lillard has figured it out, including getting to the free throw line.
And you look back, and some players haven't really loved playing in the Northwest. You might include LaMarcus Aldridge in that category, but Damian Lillard certainly has embraced it.
Well, if it couldn't be Oakland for the hometown Warriors, Damian Lillard enjoying his time in the Pacific Northwest. He seems like one of those guys just not drawn to the bright lights and glitz and glamour of the league. He wants to get down to business and get to work. Plays with a chip on his shoulder coming out of Weber State. And he doesn't mind that small town atmosphere and those incredible fans the Blazers have had for years.
All free throws good from Lillard.
And embracing his role as the Blazers' foundation moving forward, Damian Lillard has the skill and the character to take that role. He's a lead by example type of guy, but he's got a quiet confidence and he's inclusive of his teammates. That's what makes him special.
Now here is Harris. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Caldwell Pope. Another miss by Caldwell Pope.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make them pay for it.
Here's Crabb. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Good on the three-point shot. 17 points for Lillard. And Brent, when you look at Damian Lillard, does he remind you of former Finals MVP Chauncey Billups, even just a bit?
I don't know if that's a good comparison just in terms of the physical presence that Chauncey was, but in terms of leading a team and having a commanding presence, boy, Damian Lillard, one of the finer ones in the league.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball after the basket by Detroit. Crab with the ball. Lillard outside with the shot. It's rebounded by Hilliard.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Harris kicks to Hilliard. From the stripe. Here's Baines, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
What's up?
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Pistons. Now a timeout called by Portland. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between three-point shots and two-point shots for Detroit.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for him. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
Trailblazers trail by 10. Here's Lillard. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, the versatility of Lillard there, you try to cut him off on the driving lane and he'll bury you from mid-range.
Harris kicks to Jackson. Six on the shot clock. Aminu against Harris. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Outstanding D there. They really got up in his shirt and made him uncomfortable.
And Lillard kicks to Leonard. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
He misses the free throw. And anytime you see a player 7'1" who can shoot threes, Brent, that's going to draw some attention. But for Myers Leonard, still some work to do. Where do you think he can get better?
Well, there are minutia parts of a center's game that Myers Leonard can be better at. Better screen setter, try to be more physical at times, getting a few more boards and increasing his impact defensively. That can be a building block for his team.
Now here is Harris. Now here is Smith. Outside Jackson. Pulls it from the elbow. And it's Portland with the rebound. Aminu's got his 5th rebound in this one. Lillard dishes to Aminu. Deflects the pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Well, he had a jump on it, had a chance to make the play, just could not steal the deal.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Detroit. Now, here's Aminu. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Taking advantage of his touch around the basket. Davis does a nice job there of using his body to shield the defenders from the basketball.
Here's Jackson. 14 points for him. Caldwell-Pope passes to Baines. Jackson kicks to Harris. Jackson against Lillard. Tries a three. Again, the miss by Jackson. Trailblazers trail by 5. Aminu dishes to Lillard. Back to Aminu. The rebound by Caldwell-Pope. Caldwell-Pope's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Jackson kicks to Harris. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Portland's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here is Lillard. He's got 19. Back to Crabbe. Pass to Leonard. Lets it go with a 3. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
This is where the remake of his game is paying off. Leonard now one of the better catch-and-shoot bigs in the NBA.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Pistons lead by 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Defensively, we got to give a little more pressure to their shots, all right? Make them make the second, third, fourth play.
That's Terry Stotts drawing the line defensively. Doesn't want the first guy with the ball to beat him.
And that's where a total effort is needed. Get back quickly, match up, call out screens, really the complete package.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, Lillard and McCollum, the explosive backcourt pair. Myers-Leonard is out there with Aminu, and it's Harkless in at the 3.
Simply, there are nights where he becomes a scoring machine, outside, inside. It doesn't matter. You have to keep a body on McCollum at all times.
Now here's Jackson. He dishes it to Drummond. And the pass to Caldwell-Pope. 6 on the shot clock. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
That's as sweet as you're going to get it. Fluid motion, great lift, rolls right off the fingertips.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Here's Harkless. Lillard, the pass to Leonard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers to take the lead. No good on that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
First 3 of the half, 2nd of the game. Can he heat up?
Now here's Lillard. Leonard sets a screen for Lillard. Here's the pick. The dish to McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Well, that happens sometimes. The ball just does not go down. But I'll tell you what, he'll take that shot every time.
Now, here's Lillard. After the miss from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. From 11 feet away, will not go. This is off the front iron. Pistons leading by 5. Jackson with it. Now defended by McCollum. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Yeah, the first half was really tough, but he's really rounded a corner here and been fantastic shooting the ball here in the second half.
Marcus Morris has checked in for Harris. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Myers-Leonard. And it's Noah Vonleh in for Al-Farouq Aminu.
You know, if you ask any great player, what separates good from great in terms of the NBA is confidence. And Reggie Jackson has never been short on having confidence. I mean, he feels as if he's been a star ever since he came into this league and just needed the opportunity. And I tell you what, I think he's right. I mean, he's made the most of it coming over to Detroit and did not skip a beat. And I tell you what, Stan Van Gundy is very happy to have him at the helm of that point guard position.
Here's Caldwell Pope following the basket by C.J. McCollum. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And when you think about Reggie Jackson's demeanor, you can see the confidence he plays with goes right at the taller players. Loves to be challenged by the big-name players, too.
And it shows most in the fourth quarter. Reggie is the kind of player who wants the ball with the game on the line. He might not always come through, but he isn't one to back down from a challenge.
Now Morris following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. And stolen by Lillard. Rebounded by the Pistons. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Caldwell Pope with it. Lillard picks him up.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, defender a little bit off balance against Lillard, and most defenders are, let's face it, results in a trip to the free throw line.
The free throw drops for Lillard. Free throw is good from Lillard.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Now here's Lure. Drummond a screen. Lure dishes to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Drummond. Takes the 13-footer. Nurkic with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. 4 on the shot clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
First free throw is good. And Caldwell Pope drops them both. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Lillard outside. They set the pick. McCollum outside. A stupendous finish in traffic.
He's been precise on offense. I don't think he's made one mistake on that end of the floor so far.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Jackson. Here's Drummond. Detroit, no good that time either. Trailblazers trail by 6. McCollum outside. Back to Harkless. It's blocked. Morris outside. Down low. And Drummond throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Lillard outside. Dishes it to Nurkic. A three from McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
Might want to stop shooting from out there right now because it's just not working. He needs to look to get his teammates involved at this point in the game.
On the wing, Jackson, covered by Lillard. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. Here's Drummond, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And that one misses.
And he looks totally out of sorts here at the stripe. Those defenders aren't afraid at all to body him up and force him to earn his points at the line.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Here's Harkless. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
And good defenders know it's about angles. Got great position and really bothered the release point.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. On the wing, Jackson. Stolen by McCollum. Tries it from 19. Again, McCollum missing. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Six to shoot. He's looking for Drummond and finds him, and he makes that one.
Timeout.
Drummond's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score, or just great ball movement.
Andre Drummond with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, they might want to think about doubling him, maybe tripling him. I'm not sure what's going to work. Right now, he's hitting everything.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He knows his team is struggling tonight from the three-point line, so he told them to go for more quality shots inside. We're shooting way too many threes, he said. No more Hail Marys. Let's get inside to the post. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Now here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Again, McCollum missing.
I don't even know why he's attempting some of those shots. It's just not smart basketball, and he needs to be more patient and let the offense come to him naturally.
Drummond in the post, working on Nurkic, and it's Drummond missing. Guys, their comeback bid had better get started.
I don't know, guys. It's going to take a pretty big run to get back in this one. And wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Now Morris, after the missed three from Damian Lillard, and Marcus Morris with the three. And the Pistons lead by 13. And for Portland, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Screen by Nurkic. Now Lillard. The three from McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Jackson a screen on Lillard. It's Jackson with the drive. Up and in on the layup.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
McCollum passes to Lillard. To the inside, Nurkic, stolen by Lure. Caldwell Pope kicks to Morris. The feed now to Lure. Outside Jackson. McCollum against Caldwell Pope. Shot off the pick. Here's Drummond. Free throw good, Drummond. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Well, you talk about potential. Noah Vonleh certainly intrigues.
Well, you look at tools, a 7'4" wingspan, and the second biggest hands ever measured at the combine. You add his mobility, lateral quickness. He just needs some time. Once he gets time, he'll get confidence, and we'll see Noah Vonleh do some things in this league.
Here's Nurkic, and it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Stolen by Lure. Outside Jackson. He feeds it to Drummond. Nurkic with the block. Lillard with it. Count that one. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
Pistons leading by 11. Down low, here's Caldwell Pope, and it goes down 2 points.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Lillard outside. McCollum outside. The three. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum. 26 points for Lillard. Detroit's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Kicks it to Morris. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Feeds it to Lure. 6 to shoot. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. Unloads. Wow, way off on that one. Trailblazers trail by 10. Harkless kicks to Vonleh. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This is a kid who loves to play. Vonleh working hard on the offensive boards, then going into a myriad of moves that he's been developing for the score.
Now, here is Morris. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Jackson. From deep. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
And he's not a guy you can give open looks to. The D has to be better. Got to learn a lesson there.
Here's Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. And here's McCollum for 3. No good that time. Now the Pistons take it the other way.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Pistons.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer. And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for Andre Drummond.
Well, the way he battled down low was just impressive. His rebounding numbers tonight are awesome. They jump off the stat page, and they got full effort from every minute he was on the floor.
2.
And he can't get the first one. He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them to within 10. 20 seconds left in the game. And so the Pistons can now just hold on to the ball. Smith outside. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next,
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. It is time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
This was the Andre Drummond that was the NBA All-Star. He's always impactful in the paint, but tonight he was extra special. They turned him loose, and he did not disappoint.
Listen, he didn't let him down. He came through with a fantastic performance. That's showing some character at a critical time. This was the game they needed, Ernie, and he said, give me the ball and move.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah,
hard-working.
A lot of people there.
The long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Yes.
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.